If you've been following Front Page, you know this moment was coming. And here it is. We've tracked how India's ambitions in AI, data centers, semiconductors, EVs, and hydrogen were heading toward a single bottleneck: clean 24/7 baseload power. Tonight, that bottleneck is being addressed at policy level, and industry has already started responding. So on the 12th of December 2025, the Union Cabinet approved the Atomic Energy Bill 2025, officially titled the SHANTI Bill, Sustainable Harnessing and Advancement of Nuclear Energy for Transforming India. This decision ends a 60-year monopoly under the Atomic Energy Act of 1962 and opens India's civil nuclear power sector to private participation for the very first time. The SHANTI Bill creates a single consolidated legal framework for India's atomic energy sector. Its stated objective is quite clear: scale nuclear power capacity to 100 gigawatts by 2047, up from the present 8.8 gigawatts. So at the current build rate, this target is mathematically impossible through government-only execution. The cabinet has now formally accepted that reality, which brings us to what are the impacts under SHANTI. So for decades, nuclear power in India was restricted to NPCIL and Bhavini, with no private ownership, no private operation, no direct private investment. The SHANTI Bill enables private participation in nuclear power generation, public-private partnership, the triple P models, opening of previously restricted areas like fuel fabrication, legal support for SMRs and advanced reactors, a specialized nuclear safety authority aligned with the IAEA, a proposed nuclear sector dispute tribunal. This reform is driven by energy economics. India's next growth cycle depends on these aspects: AI data centers running 24/7, semiconductor fabs with zero tolerance for outages, EV manufacturing and hydrogen production at scale. We have of course said this on Front Page time and again. We'll say it again. Solar and wind are intermittent. Coal is carbon heavy. Gas is expensive and import linked. Nuclear is the only scalable, clean baseload option left. The SHANTI Bill is India recognizing that energy security is now AI and industrial security. The bill is tightly linked to India's SMR roadmap. In the 2025-26 Union Budget, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a 20,000 crore rupees nuclear energy mission, a target to deploy 5 indigenously developed SMRs by 2033. Resultantly, BARC is developing 3 designs: 200 MWE, which is the Bharat Small Modular Reactor, BSMR 200, 55 MWE SMR 55, 5 MWT, high temperature gas cooled reactor designed for hydrogen production. The lead locations are already identified: Maharashtra, Tarapur Atomic Power Station. The lead site for BSMR 200, as for SMR 55 is concerned, Andhra Pradesh, Vizag/Annakapalli region. The site for high temperature gas cooled reactor, hydrogen linked nuclear application is Tarapur, where India's first nuclear plant went online in 1969. It's actually now been positioned as the launch pad for India's SMR era. BARC is establishing a new 3,000-acre nuclear research and development campus in Annakapalli district, Andhra Pradesh. The key facts, here they are: over 1,200 hectares already acquired, forest land diversion approved in principle, coastal location aligned with ports, industry and energy corridors. Clearly, this is hard nuclear infrastructure, not just policy signaling. And before SHANTI becomes law, NPCIL floated RFPs for Bharat small reactors for captive industrial use. Industry consultations have been completed. The deadline has been extended to the 31st of March 2026. And this is where the policy shift meets capital. We have covered this previously on front page. So, within days of the Shanti signal, Adani Group publicly confirmed interest in entering nuclear power with one condition: clear public-private partnership structures and capped liability norms. This is significant because Adani is not approaching nuclear in isolation. And here's the alignment. Adani is partnering with Google on a 1 gigawatt AI data center campus in Vizag. That project alone demands gigawatt scale, which is 24/7 clean power. Solar and wind cannot support that load independently. Nuclear becomes the logical anchor. And of course, Adani's message was explicit. We are interested, show us the rules, end quote. This is the first major corporate trial balloon after Shanti. If nuclear public-private partnerships move ahead, the likely structure looks like this. State or joint venture entity holds the nuclear license. Global reactor technology partner supplies design. Indian infrastructure player builds and operates. Long-term PPAs power AI data centers and industry, which means this reform also coincides with expanded India-Russia nuclear talks covering large reactors and SMRs, floating nuclear power plants, fuel localization and equipment manufacturing. So with Shanti, India negotiates from choice, not dependence. Again, we have covered this extensively on front page. Please make sure to check it out if you haven't already. Now, of course, coming back in conclusion to the front page take. Here it is. On front page, we've said nuclear would follow space and semiconductors, and we believe in that. SMRs would power AI era infrastructure. Big capital would wait for liability clarity. That sequence is now finally playing out. This is India's biggest energy reform since independence, not because reactors will appear tomorrow, but because the execution model has changed. Nuclear in India is shifting from state-only control to regulated industrial scale participation. And if done right, it will deliver this. AI and data center power security improves. Domestic nuclear manufacturing emerges. High-skilled jobs are created. Fossil dependence reduces. Unfortunately, if done wrong, liability ambiguity, capital concentration, governance risk. So, well, the door is now open. Execution will decide who walks through and on what terms. Please do let us know. What do you think in the comments below? This is Front Page by AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and yes, think AI, think AIM.